Warning, this video is gonna be semi-serious. You can tell that because I put on my serious accent. All in all, the past 2 weeks have been pretty interesting. Vagdedes hopped in a Discord call with me to talk about my last video and clear up some misunderstandings, and then he invited me into the MAC Discord, which of course stands for Minecraft Anti-Cheat Community. A few days later I got a message by Nort721, the developer of Godseye, asking whether we could also talk about my last Godseye video. First, I'm going to summarize what Vagdedes and Nort had to say, and then talk about my takeaway from those two chats. I hope you'll find it as interesting as I did. Vagdedes left a comment on the video telling me to hop in a Discord call. I left him my new Discord because he apparently tried reaching out to me on my old account, which I no longer have access to. He felt like my videos were unintentionally creating drama. I did make it clear that I wasn't really trying to make drama, as I make my videos for fun, but also to hopefully be educational. He suggested that if I am to make a Spartan review video, I should probably contact him beforehand. As a developer, he could provide insights which would make the video more detailed, and also patch bypasses that I find. He then went on to talk about my claim that any scaffold works on Spartan, which I made in my last video, saying that he won't be detecting walking speed since you can god bridge legitimately. I did suggest a few alternative ways of detecting walking speed scaffold. If I recall correctly, he didn't look into those as they could potentially have an impact on performance and cause false positives, although AC does a pretty okay job in that aspect if you ask me. For the reason alone that walking speed bridging can be done legitimately, it didn't really fall into what he would describe as a bypass. Apparently my video, alongside others, made him change up his definition of a bypass so that it would be more abstract or inclusive, as it was pretty specific. Same goes for the TOS of Spartan. We didn't talk more about his comment on my video from May, as we both said quite enough at that point, so we started talking about the Elytra bypass. Looking in the Spartan detection list, there is an asterisk next to the Elytra fly / Elytra speed check. That means that a module is in a pretty basic state. Apparently if I started gliding, they stopped in midair and toggled on vanilla fly, I would still only be checked for Elytra fly. He recently patched this, thus now if you wanna fly normally with an Elytra, you'll have to lose durability, otherwise it won't work. You can still speed with an Elytra on 1.8 however. In our discussion, Vagdedes said that he tends to avoid checking the player's version. He hasn't done it just yet, hopefully it will come in a future update. All in all, we cleared up most things about the Elytra bypass, if you can call it that. Unfortunately, we didn't talk more about checks in general, but at the same time I don't think I was the right person to talk about those, as I really don't know much about the coding behind Spartan. We did talk a bit about what Vagdedes thinks of Spartan, and his perspective took me by surprise. Unlike other developers who would strongly defend their anti-cheats and even claim they're straight up perfect, he said that he's aware of Spartan's limitations in terms of checks and false positives, but he sees it as an easier to use alternative to other anti-cheats. I can certainly vouch for that, as I've used Spartan on lots of SMP and survival servers, and given the fact that all I have to do is change one setting in the whole config proves the point quite beautifully. Nort721 messaged me a few days later, arranging a call with me on Thursday evening. When we ended our call, he let me know that he cleared his schedule for the entire evening to talk to me. Hopefully, I made all that time investment worth it. I was fully expecting the call to become a shit show to upload on YouTube for some cheap content, but it was far from it. We both started out with quite bad impressions of each other. I saw Nort as a scammer, and he saw my videos as hate videos. Firstly, we answered the biggest question: is Godseye a scam? The answer is no. In my last Godseye video, I said that it was potentially a paste, and said I was unsure of that myself. He had plenty of evidence to prove otherwise. Nort explained in detail his reasoning for not updating Godseye as often. Since I don't want to reveal any personal information, I'm just going to say that personal issues outside of the cheating community take up most of his time currently, and he's just doing his best with the limited amount of time he has. He was, however, interested to hear what new checks I'd like added to Godseye, and what improvements should be added to the existing checks. Besides Godseye, I was also curious about other things. I asked him what changed his mind about contacting me, as he wasn't so keen on doing that in the past. Apparently he had a toxic image of me, and that my conversation with Vagdedes made him more hopeful about talking directly to me. But why did he have such a negative image of me? Well, apparently people were using my videos as ammo against him. He received harassment from my viewers, which threw me off quite a bit. Besides that unfortunate experience, there was also the fact that my videos shifted into being just straight up bypassing videos. I did receive some suggestions from Nort, which I will talk about later. The takeaway from these conversations for everyone watching is the following. For Spartan, it might not be the best anti-cheat in terms of checks, far from it, but it is an easier to use alternative compared to other anti-cheats. For Godseye, it isn't a scam, but if you buy it, don't expect it to be as frequently updated as other anti-cheats. Now it's time for my takeaway. Let's quickly talk about how my videos evolved recently. First, I made videos showcasing bypasses for various anti-cheats. This inspired me to make videos reviewing anti-cheats to give potential customers a more clear idea of what they are receiving. These videos received quite a bit of attention, except it was from cheaters more than people interested in buying anti-cheats. That might be part of the reason why I slowly turned my reviews back into bypassing videos. The final nail in the coffin for my reviews was my intake video, where I basically only talked talked about bypasses, but using the same format as my review videos. By only showcasing bypasses and false positives, aka the bad sides of anti-cheats, I seem to be creating a vibe of negativity or even toxicity with my videos, as proven by Nort's situation. Even if I don't seem like it, I actually make most of my videos for fun and entertainment, thinking they will only have a mild impact on the anti-cheats reputations. I've noticed that recently my channel has had quite an increase in viewers. I usually base my channel's growth on the subscriber count, but there seem to be quite a few active viewers that aren't actually subscribed. Regardless of that, my channel's been gaining a bit more traction, which I'm really thankful for, but at the same time it means that I should take more responsibility for my videos. So I'm happy to announce a channel update. I'm planning to make reviews that are a bit more oriented towards anti-cheat buyers. If you're here just for the bypasses, don't worry, I won't be skimming on those either. I'm probably gonna also cover anti-cheats that I've looked at in the past besides reviewing the ones suggested by you in the comments. They've been piling up for a while now, so I'm sorry if I will be delaying or skipping over some of the suggestions. That is it for today, thank you all for watching and I'll see you next time.